Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Journal of a Female CEO, one of the Ejibola series on the Ejibola YouTube channel. For those joining us for the first time, my name is Ejibola Adetokunbotayo, a banker turned entrepreneur. But my friends call me the Retail Queen. Some even call me the Sedulous Woman. Welcome to my channel. What the Ejibola channel is all about is to have meaningful conversation around all kinds of businesses across the globe. The next 3 episodes will be case study on 3 business entities in the Nollywood industry. The Kunle Afolayan production, CAP, the Funke Akindele network, Fan 360 film production, and Femi Adebayo movie production. These 3 business entities have been able to make global recognitions for their brand as a result of the unique and dynamic product they constantly release into market. This has earned them a huge fan base of viewers across the globe. I chose these 3 businesses because I found them very interesting studying them, and I got a lot of business nuggets, tips, and lessons that I would love to share with you. Every of our weekly episodes take you through what they don't teach you at the MBA or business school. Every of our episodes is beyond the classroom teaching, and you can apply every business lesson we talk about to your personal and business life. Whether you sell tangible product or intangible product, whether you sell digital product or visual product, you can apply the business nugget you get from this channel in growing that dream empire you're working on. For the 3 business entities that I've chosen for this case study, we are going to be breaking down the conversations into 3 episodes. First, we'll look into their brand identity, which is their business structure itself. Then we'll talk about their product marketing strategy in the next episode. And in the last episode, we'll look at their brand collaboration strategy. Meanwhile, before we dive into the conversation, I got an email from one of my channel fans and asked how many journals I have, because she noticed that constantly I talk about different journals and she has been following this channel for a long time. So I'm going to respond to her and I'm going to share that response with you all. So I've got 4 different journals. The first journal that I have is called the CEO Idea Journal. And this is what it looks like. In this journal, I write every of my ideas down. The idea for now, the idea for future, or any idea that comes to me that I know I do not have the capacity or the capability for, but I still write them down. Remember, write the vision down because it's not for now, it's for an appointed time. So every idea that comes to me, I write them in this journal. My second journal is the CEO Meeting Journal. And this is my CEO Meeting Journal. This is where I write very important conversation that I have with stakeholders, with my strategic partners, with investors, with directors, things that are very important, conversations that are very important to the growth of my business. I write them here because the conversations that I have with directors, with my stakeholders, with my mentors are so important in the growth of my business. So I write them here. The third journal is the CEO Private Journal, and this is my CEO Private Journal. It contains sensitive business information that serves the purpose of business continuity in case of unforeseen circumstances. And the fourth journal is my daily operational journal. It contains daily activity notes. This serves as my accountability partner of what I need to get done, the task that is before me that I've not completed, that I need to get completed, and the plans that I need to follow up with. This is where I write them down. It serves me a lot. It's a reminder of my to-do list. I thought I should share that before we move along. All right, so let's get into today's conversation. As always, so that I can be on the same page as my viewers, let's get to know a little bit about these business entities and their CEOs. Kunle Afolayan is a Nollywood actor, producer, and director. He is the managing director and CEO of CAP Film and Television Academy, a film production learning institution that offers both offline and online courses. Kunle Afolayan started his film career as an actor in the 1999 political drama Sharuroide. He is the son of the theater and film director Ade Love. Kunle Afolayan majored in economics and started out working in a bank while doing some casual acting before deciding to move into full-time film production and taking a course at the New York Film Academy. Since 2005, he has been active in the Nigerian film industry. He has produced several movies including Irapada, The Fugirin, Phone Swap, October 1st, The CEO, Citation, The Nigerian Christmas, Ejibola, and Nikulapo. For our second business entity, Funke Akindele Network, FAN, is owned by the CEO, Funke Akindele. Funke Akindele is a Nollywood filmmaker, actress, director, producer, and politician. Akindele came into the limelight after starring in the popular United Nations Population Fund's movie, I Need to Know, which ran from 1998 to 2002. Funke Akindele's big break came in 2008 when she appeared in a movie called Jennifer. Funke Akindele has produced several movies, amongst which are The Return of Jennifer, Omo Ghetto, Battle on Booker Street, The Tribe of Judah, amongst many others. Akindele is the CEO of Funke Akindele Network, a 360-degree approach in filmmaking and production, as well as PR solutions for filmmakers. Our third business entity, Femi Adebayo Movie Production. Femi Adebayo is a Nollywood film director, actor, lawyer, producer, and special advisor to the governor of Kwara State on arts, culture, and tourism. He is the son of the actor Adebayo Salami. Adebayo began acting in 1985, the same year he featured in his father's first movie titled Ogun Ajayi. Adebayo has starred in over 500 Nollywood films and he has produced several of his own movies, amongst which are Jelili, Survival of Jelili, Ageshinkole, Jagun Jagun. Now that we've learned a little bit about the three business entities and their CEOs, let's dive into the conversation of today. What are the business lessons that I got from studying their business empire? I'll take us through 8 of the lessons that I wrote down in my journal. At number 1, understanding your brand. Understanding the brand you are creating, that you are about to create, is very important. What does that brand stand for? What will that brand be known for? What kind of gap are you filling within that industry in which you want to operate? Funke Akindele displays societal issues and profiles solutions, and she's operating from a point of experience right from her role in I Need to Know. Studying where she started from and where she is right now. Looking at the story of I Need to Know, Jennifer's diary, I came to realize that her experience have really shaped her for what she's doing right now. All of her movies centers on societal issues and she provides solutions through those movie telling. Femi Adebayo tells stories around economic situations where issues arises from and the solutions that we can apply in solving those situations. He's also coming from a place of experience, working with his dad over the years and witnessing firsthand the effect of the economy on the citizen and even on the industry. For Kunle Afolayan, it's all about cultural preservation, history storytelling, placing Africa, particularly Nigeria, on the map. He's educating us on historic treasures through his movies. Afolayan stands out with his unique product niche, and it takes a lot of working with historians to be interested in that line of expertise. He's coming from a place of experience, working with his dad and dad's colleagues who are also interested in preserving cultural values. When you are not able to identify what your brand stands for, that is the number one problem. You need to be able to spell out what distincts you from another brand. When you look at the 3 business entities that I just talked about, When you look at Funke, she is more specialized in a particular area. Likewise, Kunle Afolayan is also specialized in another unique area. However, they push out products that are so unique and peculiar to their fan base. Are you a business owner? Are you thinking of starting a business? And you can't really sit down to tell us in one sentence what sets your brand apart. I need you to sit down, go back to the drawing board, and spell out what exactly is unique about your business idea. What stands you apart? What is that area of interest you're trying to pass across to your customers, to your clients, to your fan base? What do you really want them to say in one word about your brand? Perhaps you are a fashion designer. What sets you apart from the rest? Are you into kiddies product? Are you into just female product? Are you into male product? What kind of male, female, kiddies products do you specialize in? You need to be able to say in one word, in one sentence, what your brand is all about. Understanding your brand and how it serves clients is very important in growing that empire you're working on. My second note studying these business entities is recognizing your role, your position within the corporation. Are you the best person to lead the brand? Should you be the CEO? Fine, you are the visionary, but can you interpret the vision and turn that into profitable product that people can accept and embrace? Do you have the capacity and capability to lead the brand and constantly take it to the next level of growth? Funke Akindele didn't used to be a director before, but she knew where she was going with the brand and had to learn. Her first directorial role was in Your Excellency. Directing gave her the boldness she needed to run further with her brand. Recognizing your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and strengths is essential in growing any brand that you're building. Kunle Afolayan used to act in his movies, but later moved into the role of directing. Sometimes playing minor roles within your business helps you to understand better what is needed in leading the team and driving the brand where you really want it to be, and before you start sitting on that driver's seat. Let me explain what I mean by recognizing your position within the corporation. Let me explain it further. Let me use the example of medical doctors. Doctors open medical clinics, but they are not business oriented. That is why you find many of them having medical clinic directors who acts as the CEO and manages the clinic as a business entity. Why is this so? They have the medical expertise, but the other person, the clinic medical director, comes with the business element skill. It can look at the data, it can dissect it, look at the KPIs, and look at ways in which they can generate more revenues or partner up in scaling the business and boosting it to an higher level of revenue that they desire. Running a business is not for the faint-hearted. Recognizing your strength and your weakness is the right foundation towards growing a successful brand. My third note, test run the idea. Do you have a proof of concept? What is a proof of concept? It's an evidence showing that there is a need for the products that you are pushing out, that you've got a few or a large fan base that really desire and want the product you've created. Funke Akindele, for instance, came out with Jennifer, the campus wannabe big babe. She was quick to realize the acceptance, which is the proof of concept that I just mentioned, and she quickly upgraded that to the return of Jennifer and then to Jennifer's diary, which we still have till date. She was able to understand her target audience, their uniqueness, what makes them keep coming back to watch a movie, to talk about a movie, to refer a movie to friends. And she's so smart that she capitalized on that and kept giving us semi-comedy, emotional, real-life situation kind of movie. She was able to relate with her fans and she gave them exactly what they needed. How well do you know your fan base? How well do you know your customers? Do you know what they want? Do you know how they want what they want? Do you play and hang around where they gist about your product so that you can better understand exactly what they like about it? Same thing with Kunle Afolayan, CEO of Cap Production. He was able to realize that people needed to see authentic acting embedded with cultural stories, coupled with the display of true identity in terms of clothing, music, landscaping location, the true Yoruba language, display of cultural and historic sites gave credibility to his work. And not only that, he himself became the object and display of his brand. In his language, in his dressing, his house is so culturally modern, if there's any word like that. His Afefeyeye restaurant, his movie studio is a display of cultural artifacts. So my question to you, when people come across your brand, can they, in one sentence, summarize what your brand is all about? Can they touch your product? Can they view your product and easily conclude on what your brand represents? That's a food for thought. Go work on that. My note number 4, communication. Communicating the brand messaging is key, very essential. How well do you listen to your fan base? Your fan base can give you direction on how to communicate with them and how often they want you to communicate with them. It is very essential to have a presence on social media platform so that you can play with, interact, connect, and integrate yourself with your fans, with your followers, with your customers, and understand the kind of communication pattern they want in relating with them. Understanding what makes them smile, what makes them comment on your post or on your video, on whatever you put out there on social media is very essential and goes a long way in growing your brand. Note number 5, product taglines. Product taglines can be applied to the overall brand or to each of the products that you push out. For example, when you look at Kunle Afolayan, he always says Ireo. That is a tagline he has applied to his brand overall, irrespective of the product that he pushes out. When you look at Funke Akindele, a tagline applies to each of the products that she creates and pushes out. For example, Jennifer. It is Geneva. Did I say that right? It is Geneva. That is the tagline for Jennifer's Diary. Your product tagline creates memories in the mind of your fan base. It makes them to remember you, to remember your brand, and to stick with your brand. Likewise for Femi Adebayo in his groundbreaking, globally accepted movie, Jagun Jagun, Ẹ̀yin àti Tani àti Tatuni níwájú Tani. I don't think I got that right, but you get what I mean. So, having a tagline for your product, for your brand as a whole, makes people to remember your brand for a long time and to stick with it for a long time. Your tagline could be a word, a sentence, or something that is so unique about that product that people just understands it. They get it. It touches something in them that makes them to remember your brand for a very long time. If you don't have a tagline for your product or for your brand, I'll encourage you to start thinking of one today. It creates lasting memories in the heart of your fans. My note number 6, having mentors and role models. On several occasions, Kunle Afolayan had mentioned that one of his mentors is Kunle Kilani. Likewise, for Femi Adebayo, he had always mentioned that his mentor is his dad, Adebayo Salami. For Funke Akindele, it is the likes of Adebayo Salami, Muyiwa Ademola, and Joke Silva. Who is that mentor, that role model that helps you to shape the journey that you're on? Who is that mentor, that role model that guides you, that leads you, that advises you, that you love to always watch so that you can learn from them, their mistakes, their failures, their successes in shaping the dream that you're building? Do you have one? Think about it. Get one today. Having a mentor or a role model can be direct or indirect. Indirect mentors are those you admire from afar. You read about them, you read about their achievements, their successes, their failures. You pick lesson learned and you apply that to what you are creating. When selecting mentors, it's important that you select mentors that are in your field of interest, in your industry, in the industry that you are operating in or you intend to operate in. It's also very important to be involved in the life of your mentors. Serve under them, work with and for them. Share your dreams and aspirations, your challenges and barriers. Share your hopes with them. Let them understand where you are, where you'd like to be, and how they can work with and guide you in getting to that end result. Note number 7, the revenue. One thing I've been able to learn from this 3 business entity is the way they've been able to keep their operational expenses low in order to have a higher revenue base. What do I mean by that? Funke Akindele practically shoots all her movie in our house, our own location, our own building at Amen Estates. Kunle Afolayan was also wise enough to buy and to develop the Cap Village. Why do you think they did that? They had long-term vision of where they were taking their brands, and keeping operational expenses low would take them to that brand growth that they desired. They were quick to realize that renting several location spaces would not be financially viable for them. Traveling to several rented locations would not be safe for all their cast and crew. They realized that the depth of movies they wanted to push out, the long-term investment of the brand they were building was beyond certain location spaces. They needed their own permanent movie location, hence helping them to save significantly on the level of money they would have pumped into looking for location spaces elsewhere. As business owners, you really want to ensure that operational expenses are lower than the streams of income coming into your account. Note number 8, staffing, selecting team members. When you look at the 3 movies, Jagun Jagun and Ekunlapo, The Tribe of Judah, the caliber of cast used in these movies are top-notch. Actors that knew their craft, who can play out the role the way the director has envisioned it. But remember, the team members are as good as their lead, meaning if the lead lacks sense of direction and cannot express his vision clearly, then the execution will be faulty. Remember what I said earlier about you as the CEO having a clear understanding of what your brand is and should be and will be. Communicating this brand essence and the vision and mission to those you bring on board is very important in creating solid product. And our final note, number 9, compensation, staff salary. How you treat those working for you determines how far they would stay with you. It determines their commitment and dedication to your dream and aspiration. If you pay your staff poorly and treat them badly, they would never and can never give you their very best. We've heard actors talk about how Kunle Afolayan pays the highest rates in the industry. We've heard of how Kunle Afolayan, Funke Akindele, and Femi Adebayo are so respectful in guiding and mentoring young actors. How do you treat your employees? How well do you pay them? Think about it. We've now come to the end of today's episode, looking at the case study of 3 business entities within the Nollywood industry: Funke Akindele Network, Femi Adebayo Movie Production, and Kunle Afolayan Production. We've taken down 9 notes that could help us in moving our own dream, our own brand to the next level of growth. Join me again next week as we look into the product marketing strategies of these business entities. Before I let you go, please subscribe. Click that subscription button. We found through our data analysis that 80% of the viewers watching our episode are not subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe so that we can keep giving you excellent episodes every week. I'll see you again next week. Dream bigger.